Hello, my name is Anmol Birrring, and we have 3 videos on magnetic particle testing with the yoke, and they are the dry powder, wet visible, and the wet fluorescent. And the one we are going to be making right now is the wet visible. So when we do magnetic particle testing, we have to decide on the magnetization method, whatever it is, the coils or circular magnetism, central conductor basically. But in this case, we will be doing the magnetization with the AC yoke, and then we have to decide on the particles, dry powder, fluorescent, wet fluorescent. So the particles we are using in this case are going to be wet visible. So they are wet visible here. So magnetization with the AC yoke and the particles are wet visible. Then we have to do some checks. We have to check the lifting power of the yoke should be 10 pounds minimum. Light level should be 1000 lux or 1076 as per the codes, and the inspection has to be done in the 2 orthogonal directions of magnetization, which are plus minus 90 degrees. So let's start with this wet visible. So the wet visible actually is different than the other methods in a way that we have to use the white contrast paint. So we have to make because the steels, hot rolled steels have a surface which is more blackish and from the mill scale. So and these particles are also black color. So in order to get a good contrast, we actually spray it with the paint, white paint. And it's not like a regular paint, it's a special paint which dries very fast. So the main thing is that when you spray this paint, we need to get a uniform coating. We want to make sure that there are no droplets. So I'll give you 2 examples. One, this one, let's try this one. And you can see when I spray it, it produces these droplets. So if I do a close-up, you can see the droplets here and all over. This is not good. This doesn't give us a good contrast. So there is nothing wrong with the can. The only problem is that this nozzle here needs to be cleaned with a small pin. If you clean it with a small pin, then it will be fine. So now I have another can which actually I've tested it, and it gives me a good uniform spray. So you can see this one is producing a good spray. And if you do a close-up, you can see that the difference between the first can and the second can is much uniform here, and it should be a thin coat. So once we are done, then we are ready to do the inspection. And so we are ready to do. So here are the samples. So let me take this off, and we'll go through them one by one. And the black particles are here. So we have to make sure that there is enough light level, and that's going to be checked out with the light meter. And we put it here, and it should be 1076 lux. So right now it's reading 1100 lux. So we are good. But as you can see, I had to supplement this tube light with extra lighting here to get enough lighting, because without this one I was only getting 800-900 lux, which is not acceptable by the code. So now let's go sample by sample. I've already sprayed the white contrast paint, and I'll apply the magnetic field. So which one is my can? Oh, it's right here. So this is the black particles. Okay, you can see that right here. This one is the crack, and it shows up really clear, good contrast. So that's the one. And then I will do another test at 90 degrees. And you can see the second one also very clear. So now we'll go to the next sample, and it's here. I have already applied the white contrast paint. Apply the yoke, and you can see the crack right here. And let's do this at 90 degrees. I see nothing. So we are done with that. So in this case, we only saw one crack, which was right here. And it's really clear. So this one is very clear. Then we'll go to the next sample. And it's right here. This is the crack right here in the cap of the weld. Let's do one at 90 degrees. No, there is nothing. So the only one I see is this one, and then we saw this one here, and then we saw these two right here. So this was a demonstration of the wet visible magnetic particle testing, and as you can see, the application of the white contrast paint is very important. How you apply it, it should be smooth and uniform. And make sure you check the lifting capacity of the yoke, and the light level should be 1000 or 1076 as per the applicable code. And thank you so much. Thanks for your attention. Thank you.